Welcome back, everyone. Today I have another video, and today we have a special video with Elizabello, the One Punch Man. I wanted to try it out. Usually you play Luffy as to recycle your deck and all this stuff, and he's really good. Don't get me wrong, but I wanted to try out this guy because his ability is pretty decent to recycle your deck, and you don't have to be worrying about having multiple Luffys in your deck to recycle. Like, that's one less thing that you have to think about. And I just wanted to build the deck around him, and that's what I did. The idea is that if you don't know what this card does, by the way, when attacking, once per turn, if you have 20 cards in trash, you can send them to your deck, and it gains dual attack and 10k power. So he attacks for 15 double strike. Now, it would be great if you could attack the leader immediately, of course, but you'd have to wait one turn for this to work. So it's very thematic to the show, for sure. And I like it, but the idea is that what does it do for does for us? Like, obviously, what's gonna do for us? It's gonna serve as a removal spell for basically anything. Like, attacking for 15 into anything is basically gonna remove it. So if you can deal with the blockers, which we have cards like Houndblaze to deal with them, and we have our deck removes blockers really easily with like Heroes and all of this. Then you can remove whatever 8-drop, 7-drop, whatever they spent a lot of mana on, and have this guy destroy it. And if they don't remove it that turn, we might be able to use it again to do double attack on the leader, and then trying to put him to 0, and then trying to go for game on him, of course. And you only need 3 because by the time his ability is gonna be active, you already went through your deck with the leader and you found one, or you bought it back with Rebecca. Like, there's a lot of ways to get it back to your hand, so you don't really need more than 3. So how do we complement this strategy? So I thought going low to the ground was really good. Like Rebecca, trying to do Hina, trying to do Kyros, trying to do Orlumbus, just trying to do all these small creatures, trying to clear the board like lower, using like Throne of Bastardo and Houndblaze for like the bigger stuff. Was like the idea, and I think it works pretty decently. I'm only playing 8 2k counters, so that's one thing where I'm like a little bit like shaky because I don't have too much counter power. But you do have a lot of blockers in Rebecca, in Ideo, so it's not like in Sabo. Like, you have a lot of blockers, so you're not like completely unprotected. The one card that I'm not entirely sure if I should keep it is Kusan, because it's supposed to be good against yellow. That's the reason that I have it there. So you can just like you play it, and then you have easy removal into all their board, and then you just have to play like Sabo over and over against them, and then you should be able to win. But like, yeah, I mean, it's you have to draw it, and it's kind of like a clunky card if they have it. Like, if you don't draw it, it's just another brick that you can really. The only way that you can get it out of your hand is with Sabo. So yeah, it doesn't feel that great, but at least it works when it works, and it's whatever when it doesn't work, of course. I did miss maybe another form of removal, maybe like what is it called? 3000 Swords would have been really maybe better than Kusan, just for the like Sakatsuki matchup. So you have some other ways to remove their board. That could have been good. Also, another card that could have been good is the 7-drop Borsalino, as you have a lot of minus in abilities in Orlumbus and Hina and all of these things that you can just, even in the Toy Soldier, is like really nice for removal for like minus in effects, or Harujin if you already have it on board. So having that card as another removal spell could be really nice, and also develop your board and all of this stuff. So I don't know if Kusan is the best one, but I mean, that's the one that I was playing, so it is what it is. I always like this card. This card is really nice, and in combination, this one plus a Houndblaze remove 2 cards out of the board, which is really nice. So these 2 in combination are very, 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 very good. So that's why I would keep it in the deck. Sabo, of course, is part of the deck. Orlumbus is just nice, so you can just keep getting cards into the graveyard, so you can use the Elizabello ability more consistently. And we don't play too much else. I don't play the 1-drop Leo, because I mean, it's a fine card, but it uses the leader tap ability, and I want to use it in Harujin, or I want to use it in my Kairos. So I don't want to be using the tap the leader ability on a Leo that gets removed like very easily. And I don't really have any card that pumps it. I'm not playing the give dual attack. Forgot the name of that one. I mean, it's okay, but I'm trying to aim for this one too. I mean, it's not bad. It's not a bad card. Maybe I could fit some. Was just playing Hound Blaze instead of that one because it also pumps your cards and it functions as removal as well. So it doesn't give double strike, but at least remove stop, which is what we want. Hound Blaze, you're gonna notice, is one of the that's one of the reasons that you can get you get to play Rebecca. That's one of the the advantage because you get to access to blue, and Hound Blaze is just an absurd card that you get to play for free. And then it serves like a 2 removal card most of the time, which is really, really, really good. And yeah, I mean, that's the deck that I have for today. I hope you guys enjoy. And let's go see some gameplay. All right, and we're going to play against Luffy. We're going to go first. I mean, he's not bad. We have the field spell, so I feel okay. This hand doesn't feel bad. As long as he doesn't play Magellan on curve, I feel okay. But yeah, I mean, cards like Orlumbus, that Hound Blaze would have been really amazing in this matchup because it allows me to deal with the Magellan. But I mean, it's fine, I guess. Here, I'll just combo a 5, and my opponent takes a life, of course, plays a kid. Now, I have an option between playing Orlumbus and playing and searching with my leader, and I think that's what I should have done. I could also play Sabo. I mean, I'm thinking about the next turn his play is gonna be Pauline. Am I okay with getting Pauline next turn? And how much am I getting okay with that? So I was trying to dig for a whatchamacallem, the Kairos. I didn't get it, so like I have committed to the same place, and I didn't get any value out of Rebecca. So that was kind of my bad on that play. And he attacks for 5 and then 7, I assume. Yeah, so 5-7. That's a really good play for him. And then here I am same. I still don't have any pressure or anything going on. And my hand doesn't really get that good. So I guess I'm going to play an Orlumbus, use Rebecca, and get a Kairos finally. Which Kairos is going to be good in this matchup. And then play a blocker. I mean, it's not a good turn, but it's an okay turn, I guess. This card is annoying, but we can deal with it next turn. At least a little bit. But he's attacking for 7, so he starts to doing big damage here. So he's attacking for good numbers and forcing me to either combo or take damage, which is not good for me. But I mean, I guess he could have also developed 2 guys this turn, and I got the Hound Blaze. So now things get interesting with this Hound Blaze. Now I can use that Hound Blaze in a future turn or this turn to get rid of some something here. But since I already have a Kairos, I might as well use that one, right? Minus this, play Kairos, destroy the kid, and then attack for 6 with the Kairos. I think that's an okay turn. It's not the best, but at least it allows us to use next turn. Hound Blaze is gonna be much better because of it. He's playing Jinbe, interesting. I mean, the card is not bad. It's another blocker. This leader with a lot of blockers is just really good in general. So I think Jinbe is an okay adaptation to the deck. It does help the deck a lot. I think playing double 5 here would also be good. And he attacks for 5 on Mahina, and I'm not sure, just let it die. I don't have to combo cards from my hand, so yeah, it slows down my board a little bit, but it's fine. Card that I'm scared of right now would be Kaido, because he kills my Orlumbus, and then I have to block it, so it basically removes my whole board. And then I have to deal with the Kaido. So yeah, definitely the card that I don't want to deal with. But at least this turn I didn't get too much damage out. But he's gonna completely play his whole hand and attack me for 7. Okay, well that sucks. Maybe he could have taken a life here. It's weird. It feels weird for a Luffy. And also just taking life against Rebecca maybe doesn't feel that good. Maybe you want to keep all your hand. But now I do have an excellent turn here with double Hound Blaze. So I get to do a lot here. I get to play Rebecca, -4 to this guy, Hound Blaze, pump my Kairos, remove one of the blockers, attack the other one. That's amazing here. But he does have the Gum Gatling. So yeah, I mean, I have to do the same here. And I have a second Hound Blaze. So at least we're going to be able to remove 2, maybe 3. Here, it wouldn't be bad. Attack for this. If he has double 2k, which he does have double 2k. So attacking for 9 wasn't even that good. But I guess I could have attacked for 9. Because I didn't use this down for anything. But yeah, he had the double 2K, so it didn't really matter on this turn. And I mean, yeah, my turn here doesn't look that great now that he combo out of everything. But he doesn't have cards in hand, but he's gonna take a life with Luffy, so he's back to 2 cards in hand. So it's not great. It's not like the best spot to be on. But I mean, let's see what he does. He can attack with a bunch of numbers, trying to get me to 0. He also could deal with a couple of cards in my board, so I don't necessarily okay, I combo out of this one because this one is going to be the easiest one in case he only wants to go after my leader, because I don't think he's going to play a Kaido or something like that. Alright, so he goes another 7, but he goes after Orlumbus, and I'm going to let it die. I'm going to use it as a blocker. I think I can win a long game, and I just have to be able to take a damage here and there here. I'm gonna keep my Rebecca, and he doesn't attack with Kid, he plays Magellan, so he knows pretty much everything that he turns sideways he's gonna die, and he's trying to keep up like the most defense here. Now that draw Elizabello here is actually kind of really nice, not gonna lie. So we're gonna attack for 5, see if he blocks. Blocking is okay, I guess. Yeah, it saves him another 5k here, forces me another card that I have to remove. Attacking for 5 again, see if he wants to combo out of that one. He does, okay. But at least that allows us to remove 2 cards here. We do Elizabello, return, and then we have Elizabello on board, so he has to go for game next turn. Or he might just lose to the Elizabello next turn if he's not careful. So yeah, it feels okay. We don't get the Humbless here, so we get this guy, and we're gonna draw 2 cards, discard 2. We have enough combo power, I think, to survive next turn. We can attack with impunity because he has 0 cards in hand. And then we have a Sabo, a Rebecca, which doesn't die to a Kaido, so that's not an out for him. So we have 2 life, and then he has to connect with another one. So I think we are okay. He attacks with 9 on Magellan, so I block because that commits all he's done. So I have a Sabo, so in case he doesn't get to kill me next turn, I have a Sabo that's gonna be able to allow me to survive another turn. So I think I'm in a good spot at the moment. Another thing to mention, he doesn't take it to life with the leader, which means he's gonna have only 1 card in hand. But he's also worried about the Elizabello, because Elizabello can just go for game randomly. If he attacks the Elizabello, then I have a blocker basically there. So then I'm almost okay with that, which is nice value here that I can get on this one. He attacks the Sabo, I have to let it die, but that's fine because I have a board. I can attack with a board, and I feel okay with this, of course. Now I don't have to attack his leader. Now he didn't take a life, so I'm okay with this. Attacking for 5. If he combos out of this one, that's okay. I think he just wants me to attack his board, because if I somehow get to do dual attack into the leader and then go for game, he's okay with that. So I can just take another turn. That's fine. I can play the grind game very well. Here I just take 2 life and then play a blocker, and I should not die to any card that he plays at the top of the deck. So I should be okay. Queen is really good here to refill for him. And then he's getting to that point where it's gonna be difficult for him. I have 2 blockers. They're difficult to deal with. Playing blockers really don't do anything. Attacking for 5 is okay for me because I can just get to block. So he's gonna play another 5. Okay, he plays another Jinbe, and I drew, and I messed up the end of the game here for me, because it was just as simple as doing discard Trueno Bastardo. Honestly, he blocks. So now I should have done Trueno Bastardo on Jinbe. I forgot that I have 15 cards now because of Elizabello. So I would have just been able to remove the Jinbe. But I messed it up. I played the Toy Soldier here for some reason. That was my bad. I'm sorry. But now I have 20 cards in graveyard, so I can use the leader of the Elizabello ability and get the dual attack. So I can put him to 0. But I think it would have been still the same if I attached the Dawn incorrectly to Rebecca by accident. But I mean, it's just to be okay. I shouldn't die to anything, and next turn I have enough attackers to go for game. However, I made a mess out of this turn that it shouldn't have been that way. I should have been able to win like more cleanly. Like if I do the the Train of Bastardo, and then I do ability and don't pick anything up, then I go to 20 cards still in hand. I get to KO his queen as well. With the Elizabello, I guess I can do the dual attack there, and then attack 5/5, and then put him to 0 still, and I would still be in a much better spot than what I did. I messed up the end of the game there, but we got the win in the end. I don't think he could have played anything here that could allow him to survive another turn. Alright, and I'm sorry I have to speed up all the Rebecca games, but they're like 20-minute games every game, so it's kind of like I have to speed it up because there's no other way. And here we're going second on, yeah, I guess we're gonna just search, that's fine. We have put the Kairos on the graveyard so we can buy it back with Rebecca, so that's fine. He attacks us for a big number here, so we cannot no longer use the leader ability here. So we have different options. We can play Rebecca to play another blocker to prevent him from attacking. And we have a lot of Rebecca, so it's not a bad play, honestly. And then we get to Mill and we get to develop a Kairos. I think that's okay. That's an okay value with me. Now the card that I'm scared of would be like the Gadatsu here, because he can kill my Rebecca and still develop something. Doesn't feel great, and I still don't. Oh, he does Thunderbolt, however, so he can attack me for another big damage here. That feels bad, but I guess I'm gonna have to combo out of this one. That's a lot of cards that he's gonna make me combo, but I have to start using my leader ability so my cards get value. So yeah, I think it's worth to just combo out of this. And then I'm gonna do Rebecca. We finally find the Coliseum, so we can play that card, and then we can just start discarding the cards that they're not gonna get some value here. And attack with Kairos here is fine, I think. Him having a lot of cards in hand, it's not gonna affect my game plan much. And I drew all the Rebeccas, by the way, so I mean that's gonna be a good game for me, I think. This turn he's gonna play an Enel, maybe. He has 7 done, or he could play like a Big Mom 2. So he attacks for 5, I block, and then he attacks with the nail. Okay, I was expecting this much. Now an L is kind of an issue. It is, because I have to deal with that one. But now we play the Coliseum because we have to get that down someday. And then I can buy back an Elizabello with this Rebecca, so I can just have that in my hand. And I guess we don't do much. I mean, we can also play Rebecca to just search for another play. But might as well just do something like this, attack for 5. He takes it, so then I can attack the NL. But now that he did that one, I can no longer attack the NL. So I mean, it's fine. I guess I can play this one. I can play a Rebecca, get something back to my hand. We bought back the Elizabello. And then here I have an option between the Treno Bastardo and the Kyros. I mean, Kyros will be good right now to play since I don't have any other play to do. But the Treno is generally better against this deck. But developing a couple of creatures here so I can attack the leader or whatever he plays is also very nice. So yeah, I mean, I don't feel bad for choosing the Kyros over the leader. Okay, so it attacks my Rebecca, which is okay. I guess he doesn't want to have like an Orlumbus value, and I'm okay with that, I guess. And then we get those Humblies would be amazing in my hand at the moment, but you know, I mean, you don't always get them, I guess. Now we have a lot of options. We have Rebecca, so we can keep doing this, but we're trying to get to 20 cards so we can start using Elizabello here, and that would be fine, I guess. We're gonna play. Alright, how do we do this? We're gonna go that one -4, but I guess we're just gonna attack it with the Sabo, or with this guy. I'm sorry. So he's forced to either crit alive or just give us cards from hand. Either way, I think I'm fine with. He just crits life, then we get to attacking for 5, and then we get to attacking for 5 again. We have to start like getting cards out of his hand somehow, and this is just like the best way that I can do it. So we get like the crit from the Nell, and then we get a 2k counter from Sabo. And if he wants to attack our board, that's okay. It's not great, but it's not terrible either. So he heals the Shirahoshi, and then he has 3 big dudes on board. So it's not looking great for us here. A little bit of help from removal would be great. But he attacks my Rebecca, which I feel... I mean, he's just trying to clear the board a little bit, which I understand, but now we get to save the Sabo here. And then, yeah, this turn, the Humble is finally something that I needed. Now we can do a Elizabello KO here, or we can do a Hound Blaze, but how would the Hound Blaze work? I still need to play like a Orlumbus this turn, I guess, to make that work. And then we do on the Kyros. Then we do another Orlumbus. Do that one. Then we do Hound Blaze on Sabo, so he has to give us a 2k and a 1k, or he has to create a life. So he gives us a 2 and a 1, which is okay. That now his hand is whittled down to 4 cards in hand, which is, I mean, it's not great, but it's okay. And then attacking his life was meaningless there because it gives him better selection. So attacking this turn, his life was super meaningless. He attacks our Sabo, which is okay, I guess. It's not terrible. But we are in a difficult spot at the moment. We don't have too much counter power. We don't have removal. But at least we have their Lumbus, so as long as we get one removal, like that one, we might be on business. Okay, so we have a lot of removal now, but we don't have the life now to sustain that removal. And we kind of have to also do Elizabello, so we can... it's getting difficult here. So we can recycle the cards, because I think I'm running low on deck too. But here I definitely just have to do Hound Blaze so I can remove the blocker. And then this one here. And then I think we can remove the 8-drop with the Tren of Astardo. And then we'll go from there, of course. We can also do Elizabello to remove it. And then that way we guarantee the removal there. It's not the easiest one though. We can attack for 8. 8 is not the best number to attack. I think it should have done 9. Well, that just does a Shirahoshi. Okay, so he doesn't have 2k counter, so it kind of works out for us here because he only has 1 card in hand. So then we can do Elizabello here, attack his 8-drop, and this is where Elizabello comes really clutch. I think the people read this card, see that he got double strike 15k, and maybe make it a little bit scared. Now that we have our Lumbus here, we're gonna attack for 7 at his. We're gonna attack for 7 at his thing, trying to crit him and see what we can get from here. He lets it die. That tells me that he either has 0 combo power in hand, which is super likely, and then he didn't want to just create a life and lose it to another attack or Lumbus. But I think him blocking, taking the crit there would have been better, even if I destroyed the guy with another attack with Orlumbus, because then he would have 3 attacks per game on 1 life. I think that would have done it, and I would have lost this one. He doesn't know my hand, and he doesn't know what I could have done, but yeah, I guess I think it would have been better here to just close the game. Like, try to close the game. But also, he's at 2 life. He also could be thinking that he cannot deal me enough damage here. And now he's kind of in a difficult position, because if he attacks my life, then he leaves my Elizabello alive. And then I have a shot at killing him next turn. And then we're going to see the power of Elizabello. So if anything, the opponent wanted to see if I could kill him from this spot. And to be honest, my board is not that scary, but if I have a Gum double strike, also that's another card that is scary. So yeah, I have to take this one, and I have to try to go for game. So I have the removal for a blocker, or if he plays a 7-drop, could be bad too. This one, Karakuri, is good. It would have been good if he could have given him rush, but he cannot. So now he has 1 card in hand, and I think I just go for it. And the way I'm gonna do it, I have 10 cards in my deck at this point, so I have to get creative to do it. So I'm gonna search with Rebecca and get nothing, and then I'm gonna use Orlumbus to -4 something. Then I have 16 because of that one. Then do Orlumbus again to -something here, and then we tap the stage, and then do Rebecca and get nothing again, and I have 20 cards in grave now, so I can attack for double strike here with this guy, and I can put him to 0, and that means that I just have to connect with 2 of those 3 guys, and that has to be enough. He gets to heal, and he didn't hit a trigger too. That could have also like not be good for us. But attacking for 7 here, I think is pretty safe, because if he combos, then I mean it's not always safe. But now that he didn't trigger anything, like the only card that I could really be scared of is if he has double El Tor. I mean, if he has double El Tor, he has double El Tor. Because this attacking for 9, I get to take the El Tor and a 1k. And then here attacking for 7, he has to have double El Tor. So he didn't have it. I mean, I think my opponent could have won this one. But he didn't see the line, maybe. I don't know. It's not a bad matchup per se, especially if we draw the 10-drop Kusan. At some point, we would have drawn it. We could have been able to just like play that guy and then have removal for all his deck like early on. That could have been another way that we could have won this game. But yeah, I mean, it's not the... I don't think it's that bad of a matchup. Especially if we don't attack him and we just play, like, we draw the Kusan early. And then we just go, I have a Kusan, you can never, like, play anything because I'm going to destroy whatever you play. That's another strategy to do it, too. Alright, and we're going to play against Sakatsuki. We're going to go second. At least we have that advantage. We have the field spell and we have Kusan. So it doesn't feel bad, but this matchup is not as good. I don't think so. And we got the Hina to the graveyard. So I mean, at least we have a good hand, so we can contest the opponent here. But this is not a good matchup for Rebecca. I don't think so, because the problem is like the 7-drop, the 10-drop Kaido, the like just the amount of removal. Like our deck wants to have some threats that are difficult to remove, but he gets to remove them pretty easily, which is really bad for us, of course, because our leader doesn't attack. So there are definitely advantage in this matchup. And then he is able also to play Hina on curve and keep up on advantage. So if I destroy anything that he plays, then he's just getting advantage here, and that feels really bad. And he has just drawn cards, basically. He hasn't gone minus. So yeah, I mean, not the greatest. I comboed their Lombos, but maybe that was a good card. And you see, he keeps drawing cards that just draw another card. So he's just really just going a plus on every card that he plays, which it doesn't feel great. So I think if he had a more like reasonable opening where he does, like, he has -2 cards in hand, then okay, maybe we have a better chance. But it's looking difficult here. Even though we are 5, it's not looking great, especially if we don't have like Hound Blazes. Like, that's the best card that we can draw against this leader early, because we allows us to just stabilize the game a little bit, and then we can win the card advantage game if we can Hound Blaze his stuff. But now he's the one doing Hound Blazes, and that doesn't feel great. At least we draw a Curious, so that feels good. But this turn, next turn, I'm gonna be able to do... I mean, we can do Rebecca, play the Hina, destroy something there. Maybe I should destroy the... but I want to get some value out of the Kyros. Like attacking, getting 1 card out of my opponent's hand is also good. So I think I will just play this guy and attack. Doesn't feel great, but... I mean, it's fine. He comboed Rebecca, which, okay. That's a really good card, so that scares me. He either has too much gas, or he doesn't have any combo power. I don't know, but that doesn't feel great either. I do combo out of this one, I think, because... And it's difficult to say what to combo. I don't want to combo their Lombos, because they might be decent in combination with some other removal spell, like with another Kyros. But I also know they're not gonna survive. So, and he does this. So I was thinking maybe he was gonna do a whatchamacallit, a destroy 2. Although he attacked me, I don't know why he didn't do it early. He was gonna do the raw blue chip. I guess he wanted to destroy everything, and if I blocked, it was easier for him. I don't know. He's gonna destroy everything on this turn. Okay, he's not. He's gonna play Sabo, which is worse for me. I did not want him to play Sabo, because I wanted to play the Kusan, which is arguably a little bit more difficult for him to remove. But now Sabo does protect him from the Kusan play, and if I do the Kusan play this turn, my he's just gonna die, so it's gonna be really bad for me. So the best play that I can do, I needed a Hound Blaze here this turn to play around the Sabo. So this turn is really bad for me. But at least I'm gonna attack and maybe get 2 cards out of his hand. I guess we play this guy. We get a Hound Blaze at least, so a little bit too late because now I don't have the minus ability. And I have to discard the Kusan because if it wasn't this turn, I don't think I can play it next turn because he's gonna attack me like 3 times here and then he's gonna attack me like 3 more times next turn. So maybe it was correct to play the Kusan next turn, but I don't know about that. It feels difficult for me. I also have to, at least we are keeping the dragon at bay. He cannot play the dragon this turn. But we're gonna have to combo like a bunch of cards to do that. And, okay, well. At least he's attacking my Sabo. I don't want to combo the Rebecca's because that's my only card advantage that I have going for myself, so. He attacks for 8, so it doesn't feel great either. And then, does he have a Hound Blaze? That would be really bad for us. Well, that's like a Hound Blaze, and we don't have really the cards to remove this. Well, this turn is difficult because I do have at least a removal on 2, I think. And I think I messed it up here because I used my Rebecca's ability and I shouldn't have. I think I should have just been content with just removing 2 cards here. Possibly 3. No, 2 cards. I think I cannot remove more than 2. But I think I should have been okay with that. Because I just didn't do anything else the following turn. And if I played the Rebecca's next turn, maybe I could have been able to combine them with the Hound Blaze. It just was really a really difficult turn because I was needing like a Curious so I can destroy something else, but I was never able to draw a Curious so I can just keep going. And now use Rebecca and lose 2 Hound Blazes. That feels really, really bad. That was really gonna be a good play next turn too. So now I think this is where I lost the game. I think if there's a point on the game. Because now my play is just even worse now. I get to play this, and I get to KO this guy, but like that's just like a terrible play. Next turn, I'm gonna be forced to do the same thing, and he plays another Borsalino, which feels really bad. KOs my defense, and now he deals me 2 damage. So I think dealing with 2 cards there would have been better, because now the Borsalino wouldn't be as punishing as it is right now. And then I combo, I kind of maybe the Harurin could be good next turn with like a Hound Blaze combination. But yeah, I guess I think that's probably my play. And then we do Elizabello to remove the Borsalino, and then we'll see what we can do. I think we're already too far behind right now to be able to do anything. But I mean, I think our best play next turn we're gonna be Rebecca, Elizabello plus Hound Blaze more likely, and then this turn we can just do Jarudin plus we'll see what we can do. We cannot even remove the Borsalino, which feels really bad. And then attack this one, and then get a Dawn, get a Karami. We get the blocker because I think it's gonna be more useful. But I don't even think, I mean, we're in a really difficult spot at the moment, as I'm saying. Now Curious, I finally get a Curious, but it's too little too late. I don't think I can use him anymore. Now he's actually kind of a break in my hand, because I already have my play set up for next turn. At least he doesn't develop anything here. Attacks my leader, however. And now we get the Elder Kusan, which is another break in my hand at this point. So it doesn't feel great. And this Borsalino definitely just allows him to win the game here, because I cannot remove it. Like, especially since I milled 2 Hound Blazes. He's like, for sure knows that I don't have a Hound Blaze. And I'm trying for him to block with Borsalino, so I can maybe remove and... Although I don't have the removal for all of this. I don't think so. Yeah. So the best thing that I can do is play Rebecca. Remove the brand new. Maybe play a full board. But even then, it's just not great. Oh, I should have done the Harrigan to destroy the brand new, but it didn't really matter. Like if he has a Hound Blaze, he wins the game anyway, because he can remove my Ideal and then maybe even the Reka and just go for game. I only have 7 worth of combo power, so yeah, I mean Hound Blaze just wins the game there every time. Now even more. Like I just don't even have an answer for that. And yeah, it was a difficult matchup. We did lose it. I think we lost it the turn that we let the Rob Lucy and the other one survive. I think we should have just done the kill both, and then I'll deal with the Borsalinos later. That should have been my play. But yeah, I kind of like tunnel vision into like getting more value out of the Rebecca, and that wasn't the turn to do so. Alright, and we're gonna play against Arlong. We're going second, so already in a little bit of a disadvantage spot. But yeah, we're gonna have to combo out of this one because it's gonna start to get more difficult to combo out of stuff, and I do want to search here. We get I guess we can get Elizabello. Elizabello could be really good in this matchup. But we could also get Sabo. Sabo could also be really good. But we're all gonna opt for the Elizabello. We get to search with Rebecca, we get the Ideal, and that's actually pretty good because it allows us to block one attack here. Unless he has like the guy that taps, but I mean I'll take the block here. Taking 1 damage here this turn, it's great. Yeah, we take this one, and then we have again this deck. If I just naturally drew my Hound Blazes, and I think that's one thing that I have to remember. Like the reason why Sakatsuki is slightly like better than Rebecca, because you get to dig for the Hound Blazes much easier. Like me, I have to hard draw them, and that doesn't feel that great. They can just have the Hound Blazes, and that just feels really bad, of course. Here, I mean, I'm most likely gonna take some damage here, going to 2. Although I have a lot of combo power, so I can maybe just take only one damage here. Doesn't feel as bad. Yeah, I can just combo 2 here. I don't know. I don't know if comboing the blockers was the best, but I also want the -in abilities. And he does the smoothie, which I guess that's fine. Kusan could be good, and Kyros is actually very nice because I can play Rebecca. So play Rebecca, get back a 2k counter, play the Hina. Wait, we can also get the Kyros, so we can have more removal. Now that we have like Akusan, after Akusan, we can just play more. That's not bad either. And then we get a draw here, but then we get another Kyros, so it kind of worked against us. I should have searched with Rebecca first, so I know what I get, and then I would have gotten a 2k counter here. I think that was a misplay on my end. I should have searched with Rebecca. You usually just should start always your turn with searching with Rebecca. That always gives you the best value here. But he attacks my Hina, so I'm okay with this, because then that means that I don't... And he plays a Big Mom. I thought he was going to play Enel, but Big Mom is easier to beat for us. And now that we have the Orlumbus, we can attack and see if he wants to combo out of this. But we have another attacker with Orlumbus too. And I do want to search with Rebecca, and I think I'll attack for 6. I could attack for 7, but attacking for 6 is fine. Yeah, attacking for 6 is fine. I mean, if he wants to combo a 2k counter, saving this one again, yeah, that's fine. He does get a blocker here, but at least we're going to be able to kill his Big Mom, which feels good. Now, with an empty board, I can take 1 attack. But even then, I don't think I'm going to take a damage because I have the Rebecca. So unless he has the tap a blocker guy, he could be playing that one. That one is not as bad on Arlong, at least. Forgot his name. Kurovi, I think is his name. But yeah, that one is not as bad if you can tap my blocker and then deal with it, right? But he goes 7, play something, play a blocker, so we get to block that one, which is good. Now we have a turn where you can play Kusan, which feels really good, but I don't want to attack just in case, because if he hits triggers out of life and he plays more creatures, then it could be really bad for us. So I have to hold on 1 turn. He attacks for 9, and then I assume he's gonna attack for like 10 or something like that. Play something else. But now that we have Kusan, then we have a lot of ways to just remove his board every turn. So yeah, I expect us... Yeah, exactly. This is what I expect to happen. Take a lot of damage here, but we have a lot of removal now. And we have Sabos as blockers, so they're not as bad. The only card that I could be concerned about would be the one that taps as a blocker. That could be really bad for us. So we play Rebecca, we attack, and then we go here. And let's see if my opponent triggers something out of life, which is what I want to like remove. And then he did. I wanted to play a Sabo, but now I kind of have to play this guy. And I could play a blocker here. But I might as well search with Rebecca, why not? And we got a 2k counter, so it feels really good actually. We have a lot of counter, we have a good board presence, so I highly doubt we're gonna lose this one. Now, he plays Don Flamingo, which doesn't feel great. And then I'll attack for 5. And he hits a Kurobi. That feels really bad because now I have to KO Flamingo and deal with Kurobi. He can actually deal me the damage. I wanted to play the Elizabello here, so I can just get him in one turn. But now it is not longer that easy. Then I have to play a blocker here. Draw cards, discard some others, and then I guess we're gonna do the Orlumbus here. I'm gonna play another Kyros. It's not ideal, but... And the problem is that I'm getting low on deck, so I need to do Elizabello. Like, it's not like an option, it has to happen soon. So it's starting to get a little bit difficult here. Now he could have another Kurobi in hand and then tap my... What does he tap? Oh, he can tap the 2 cost blocker, so he forces me to block with Sabo, but yeah, that doesn't feel great either. But we'll see what happens here. Yeah, that hit out of the Kurobi on life was kind of really good. Because it also tapped my Rebecca, so that felt really, really bad. And... Okay, so he's going to attack with Arlong for 8, for 7. Okay, so he's going to tap the Kurobi. So I think I should block with hand out of this one. And then keep the blocker just in case. And if he attacks with everything in the... Okay, so yeah, I have to block that one. Alright, so he keeps up 2 down. So that means there is a Pawn Gibson going on. So what I want to do is use the King Punch here, because I need to recycle my deck. I'm really too low right now. So I'm just going to recycle the cards here. And then I'm going to attack for a big number on Kusan. So that way he doesn't use the Pawn Gibson. And we keep the Hideo as the blocker. That's my idea. And then, yeah, that'll be the best for me. And then next turn we can just go for game. How does he tap it? I don't know what happened, but he tapped my guy for some reason. Okay, so I guess I don't know what happened, to be honest, but I guess we're gonna have to play the Sabo here. And then we don't need to cycle our deck, and we have already one on the board, one of the Elizabello, so we don't have to be worried about that. It's only about like if he can KO us this turn. He could play another Sabo. I mean another 10-drop Flamingo and be okay. I don't know what tapped my guy, by the way. I don't know what happened there, but I guess it's fine. Attacks my Elizabello because it could be able to cycle again. It can attack double strike next turn again, or 10k, 15k. So yeah, he definitely has to get rid of it. But now I feel confident on whatever the result here, because I can probably just KO whatever he plays here. And then, yeah, I can just let that there Lumbus, because he hasn't played anything big, so who cares. And we get another Elizabello, so we can set that up, and we could have honestly just won this turn, by the way. but we can also just be a little bit secure. I wanted to win with Elizabello, to be honest. That's what it was. So I'm gonna just attack for 5, attack for 10, and play Elizabello. But he played a Sanji, so now he could have some top abilities, and then it could be kind of nasty. So it's better for me to just force the block here. And I could have also not won if I go all in into the blocker and then leave some cards up, and who knows, I might have not been able to win. So I think taking the slower approach there was also fine. But now he attacks for a Bajillion here, but I mean, unless he can tap the Rebecca, it doesn't matter. And then I can just attack for 10 and win. Yeah, it was a long game. But I mean, Elizabello did his thing. He was removable, and he served as a blocker for 4 Dawn. That was pretty decent in the late game. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, we are doing what we are set up to do, of course. All right, and for the final thoughts on this leader and the final rating, I mean, I would give it a 3.5, a 4 maybe even. I mean, it was fun, but I don't think it's gonna be the most competitive way to play. I mean, I think Luffy also has some good like matchups, and if they don't remove it, you just have a win condition on board. The problem with Luffy is that it does get removed easily against like blue decks and all the stuff like they gave to bottom deck it, and then it is a bad card versus like the blue decks. It's not as good, but I mean, it's still like something that you can do differently here at the Elizabello. And I just wanted to try it out. I wanted to have fun with the deck, and this is what I came up with. If you have another suggestions, if you want to play some other way, please let me know in the comments, and I'll be happy to see. With that being said, thank you all for watching, and have a good day.